What's going on, guys? Trevor here for another day of MLB Picks. We'll kick it off. We'll just recap yesterday. Wasn't too bad, ended up in the green. Can't complain there. Mets and Braves under. That was not even close. I think the third inning, it was 7 total runs or something. So, yep, just chalk that up immediately. Blue Jays Red Sox got there. Got a little sweaty after 5 in the first 2 innings, but we made it. No Chapman home run. 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Not great. Didn't connect on anything, but is what it is. And the Astros run line gets there with some seventh inning. I think they dropped 5 runs in the seventh inning. So shout out the Astros getting to that Giants bullpen. That was the big play, and we got there. So about a unit yesterday. So can't complain, and we'll move on from there. All right, first game we have is the Braves at the Marlins. I am playing Marlins minus 128 for 1.5 units. Yesterday, Acuna did leave the game with a shoulder injury. He got hit with a fastball. So I saw he was day to day, and I'm just going to guess that he's not going to play for precautionary reasons, which is fantastic because he is a Sandy Alcantara killer. Sandy this year is 1-2 with a 5.04 ERA, 115 WHIP, 30.1 innings pitched with 26 strikeouts. But at home, he's been a lot better. He's got a 2.61 ERA, 20.1 innings, 6 earned, and .82 WHIP, 16 strikeouts, and 5 walks. The Braves' last 10 games versus right-handed pitching. They are batting 225 with a 306 on base and a 437 slug. That's including Acuna. So subtract those numbers just a little bit. That's going to hurt them offensively and defensively with him not on the field stealing bags and getting singles, whatever it may be. But for the Braves on the mound, we have Bryce Elder. He's 2-0 this season with a 2.17 ERA, 121 WHIP, 29 innings, 26 hits, 7 earned, and 9 walks. The Marlins versus Elder are batting 286 with a 589 slug, 9 extra base hits, 12.5 walk percentage, and a 20.3 K percent. And the Marlins' last 10 games are batting 250 with a 319 on base and a 378 slug. So they're not mashing the ball, but they're able to get on base. I think Sandy is due for a dominant outing finally, and no Acuna for the Braves. I think that's gonna lend a big help for the Marlins and being able to get to that bullpen also, which has not been good. They got shelled yesterday. I don't think it's going to be much of an improvement today, and I think the Marlins are going to be able to get one here with Sandy on the mound at home. And the next play, we have the Twins team total over 4.5 at minus 125 for 1.5 units, and then over 5 at plus 105 for a half a unit. Kopech is taking the mound for the White Sox, and that's bad news. He's got a 7.01 ERA, 1.71 WHIP, 25.2 innings, 28 hits, 20 earned, and 8 bombs. The Twins' last 10 games versus right-handers are batting 275 with a 360 on base, 517 slug, and an 877 OPS, 30 walks, 13 dongs, and 29 extra base hits. Kopech's got an average exit velocity of 93 miles an hour this year, 58.1 hard hit percent, a 299 expected batting average, 642 expected slug, and he's got a 22.7 K rate with a 13.4 walk percentage. The wind is blowing out to center field, right field at about 14 miles an hour, I saw. It's only 47 degrees, but I don't really think that's going to matter when you got Kopech parlayed with that White Sox bullpen, which has been equally as trash. The last 10 games, they got a 6.38 ERA, 3.25 BABIP, a 1.54 WHIP, and they have a 2.63 home run per 9 rate. That is crazy. That's high. We all know the White Sox bullpen has not been good. Twins bats are just rocking right now. They're mashing. They've scored 6+ in 6 of the last 7. I mean, the White Sox held Tampa to a no-no through 6, and then bullpen enters the game, blows up for a 10 spot in the 7th inning. So anything is possible all the way to the 9th. I'm never going to believe in this White Sox bullpen until they give us a reason to, and I'm just going to back the red-hot Twins bats here today. Next play, we have the Orioles at the Royals. I am playing the Orioles run line at plus 105. They're sending out Tyler Wells. He's 1-1 with a 2.79 ERA, .72 WHIP, 29 innings, 9 earned, 2 home runs, 23 strikeouts with only 3 walks this season. The Orioles versus lefties on the road, they're batting 382 with a 362 on base, 524 slug, and an 886 OPS. The bullpen for the Orioles last 10 games have been crazy good. They've got a 149 ERA, .95 whip, 196 BABIP, and a 32% K rate. The Royals are sending out Ryan Yarbrough, 6.35 ERA, 135 whip, 17 innings, 12 earned, 2 homers, 19 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 4 walks. The Royals bullpen the last 10 games, just awful. 4.73 ERA, 133 whip with a 346 BABIP. And the just ugliest numbers that we're going to find in this game is the Royals versus right-handed Royals versus right-handed pitching this year. They've got a 214 batting average, a 269 on base, 322 slug, and a 591 OPS. That's just not good. Give me the Orioles to absolutely beat the heck out of the Royals, Yarbrough, and that bullpen, and I don't expect really much of anything from the Royals bats today. Next game, we're going to Texas. We have the Rangers hosting Arizona, and I am playing over 7.5 at minus 120. Rangers sending out John Gray. He's got a 391 ERA, 134 whip, 25.1 innings, 11 earned, 4 homers, 13 walks, and 17 strikeouts. Rangers' last 10 games, they're batting 272 with a 359 on base and a 494 slugging. 25% K rate, so it's pretty high, but they're also getting a 10% walk rate with a 138 WRC plus. Zach Gallen, dominant this year, other than the 2 starts he got earlier this season. He's 4-1, 2.15 ERA, .77 whip, 37.2 innings, 9 earned, 2 homers, 51 strikeouts, and 5 walks. The Snakes' last 10 games the Snakes' last 10 games batting, they're batting 279, 341 on base, 431 slug, 20% strikeout rate, 8.5 walk rate, and a 109 WRC plus. I understand there's going to be no Corbin Carroll for the Diamondbacks here, but that offense should be able to produce versus John Gray and this Rangers bullpen. He's walking a ton of guys. He's striking them out too a little bit, but he's walking a ton of guys. He's giving up hits, and he's going to be able to give the Snakes some runs today. And without Carroll on the base and outfield, that's a speed threat, so that's going to hurt them defensively and offensively, but I don't really think that's going to matter. Snakes should be able to get on base, move the ball, and same thing for the Rangers. I think Zach Gallen is going to get his first real bad outing of the year, as in a little bit of time here. Rangers are just mashing lately. We saw what they did to the Yankees. Gallen is due for a bad outing. I just think it comes here today, and with a 7.5, I have no problem taking that over today. The last pick of the day, we have the Phillies money line at Los Angeles. Phillies plus 134. They're sending out Matt Strahm, 2-2, with a 2.31 ERA, 23.1 innings, 6 earned, 2 homers, 32 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Urias has been not so great this year. 4.41 ERA, 1.29 whip, 32.2 innings, 16 earned, 7 homers, 35 strikeouts, and 7 walks. The Phillies versus lefties this year, they're batting 267 with a 312 on base, 435 slug, and a 747 OPS. The Dodgers are one of the worst teams versus lefties this year. They have a 175 batting average, a 283 on base, 346 slug, and a 629 on base, or OPS, I'm sorry. The Phillies bullpen the last 10 games has been dominant. They've got a .83 ERA, .74 whip, .169 batting average, a 33.5 strikeout percentage, and only 3.7 walk percentage. The Dodgers bullpen, opposite. They got a 4.4 ERA, 1.44 whip, .268 batting average, a 22% strikeout rate, and a 9% walk rate. Strom's looked great. I don't think Urias has looked really that dominant this year. I get that he's back home, but Dodgers can't hit lefties. I like what Strom's done. Phillies bats just they hit lefties very well. So I think with the weather and Urias just being a little iffy this year, I think the Phillies will be able to get to him and avenge that loss from last night. I think it was 13-4. So I expect the Phillies bats to wake up a little bit, and Dodgers to not really do much of anything for Strom here and allow Phillies to extend that lead. All right, that's it for today. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow.